Daniel chapter 11. Greece will conquer Persia. Also I, in the first year of Darius the Mede, even I, stood to confirm and to strengthen him. And now will I show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than they all. And by his strength, through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Grecia. And a mighty king shall stand up, that shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will. And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken, and shall be divided towards the 4 winds of heaven, and not by his posterity, nor according to his dominion which he ruled. For his kingdom shall be plucked up, even for others besides those. The northern and southern kings. And the king of the south shall be strong, and one of his princes, and he shall be strong above him, and have dominion. His dominion shall be a great dominion, and in the end of years they shall join themselves together. For the king's daughter of the south shall come to the king of the north to make an agreement. But she shall not retain the power of the arm, neither shall he stand, nor his arm, but she shall be given up, and they that brought her, and he that begot her, and he that strengthened her in these times. But out of a branch of her roots shall one stand up in his estate, which shall come with an army, and shall enter into the fortress of the king of the north, and shall deal against them, and shall prevail, and shall also carry captives into Egypt their gods, with their princes, and with their precious vessels of silver and of gold. And he shall continue more years than the king of the north. So the king of the south shall come into his kingdom, and shall return into his own land. But his sons shall be stirred up, and shall assemble a multitude of great forces. And one shall certainly come and overflow and pass through. Then shall he return and be stirred up even to his fortress. And the king of the south shall be moved with choler, and shall come forth and fight with him, even with the king of the north. And he shall set forth a great multitude, but the multitude shall be given into his hand. And when he hath taken away the multitude, his heart shall be lifted up, and shall be cast down many 10,000s, but he shall not be strengthened by it. For the king of the north shall return, and shall set forth a multitude greater than the former, and shall certainly come after certain years with a great army, and with much riches. And in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south. Also the robbers of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fall. So the king of the north shall come and cast up a mount, and take the most fenced cities, and the arms of the south shall not withstand neither his chosen people, neither shall there be any strength to withstand. But he that cometh against him shall do according to his own will, and none shall stand before him. And he shall stand in the glorious land, which by his hand shall be consumed. He shall also set his face to enter with the strength of his whole kingdom, and upright ones with him. Thus shall he do, and he shall give him the daughter of women, corrupting her. But she shall not stand on his side, neither be for him. After this shall he turn his face unto the isles, and shall take many. But a prince for his own behalf shall cause the reproach offered by him to cease. Without his own reproach he shall cause it to turn upon him. Then he shall turn his face towards the fort of his own land, but he shall stumble and fall, and not be found. Then shall stand up in his estate a raiser of taxes in the glory of the kingdom. But within a few days he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. And in his estate shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom. But he shall come in peacefully, and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. Y'all remember what I said? Whenever they yell peace, peace, then sudden destruction shall come. You know what I'm saying? We went over that a couple days ago. Whenever they yelling peace, peace, hey, keep your guard up. Let's repeat verse 21. And in his estate shall stand up a vile person, to whom shall not give up the honor of the kingdom, but he shall come in peacefully, and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. And with the arm of a flood shall they be overflown from before him, and shall be broken, yea, also the prince of the covenant. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up, and shall become strong with a small people. He shall enter peacefully, even upon the fattest places of the province, and he shall do that which his fathers have not done, nor his fathers' fathers. He shall scatter among them the prey and spoil and riches, yea, and he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds, even for a time. And he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south with a great army. And the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army, but he shall not stand, for they shall forecast devices against him. Yea, they that feed of the portion of his meat shall destroy him, and his army shall overflow, and many shall fall down slain. And both these kings' heart shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper, for yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits and return to his own land. At the time appointed he shall return and come towards the south, but it shall not be as the former or as the latter. For the ships of Shittim shall come against him, therefore he shall be grieved and return, and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arms shall stand on his part, and shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. So basically, that's the abomination of desolation, y'all. This is it right here. This is what the Son of Man was talking about in Matthew when he said, when the abomination of desolation shall come, and I'm paraphrasing, whenever the abomination of desolation shall come, then that's when we should run full speed. You know what I'm saying? Try to get as close to the wilderness as possible, and don't look back. Don't do like Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back. Don't try to go back to Babylon. Don't try to save Babylon, because you're going to end up like Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. If you forgot something, oh well, you could make it up in the wilderness. And what is the abomination of desolation? You know what I'm saying? Again, yeah, I remember what I told y'all a couple days ago, what I think. My thoughts, my opinions. Everybody has their own opinion. I believe the abomination of desolation is a thing, you know what I'm saying, that people willingly took up, you know what I'm saying, into their biosystem. You know what I'm saying? A certain juice. That's what I believe. And I believe that it's only a matter of time that us as Israelites, we're going to have to run. We're going to have to get out of here. We're going to have to get out of all the cities, because it's going to be a certain event that's going to trigger all those sleeper cells. You know what I'm saying? Trigger those sleeper cells, whether it be a phone call, a pulse, whatever. All those dormant sleeper cells. And then that's what's going to force all the righteous to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be like something that we never seen before. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2, the abomination of desolation, in my opinion, could be, you know what I'm saying, whenever, because you know they talking about having a one world religion, right? So I believe further down the line, and again, this is option 2 or scenario 2. Later down the line, you know, closer to 2030, whenever, you know, that one major event happened that caused all the lockdowns and all the martial law and all that, and then from that event caused the one world government, the one world religion, you know what I'm saying? When all that happens, I believe during that one world religion is going to be a universal sacrifice, similar to what wicked Nebuchadnezzar did, you know what I'm saying? That Babylonian king, when he sacrificed that pig on the altar, that was the abomination of desolation of his time. What if they did something like that in our time, you know what I'm saying? What if they had something on TV, you know what I'm saying, where it was a universal religion, all the religions in the world, you know what I'm saying, agreed to sacrifice one abominable animal on national TV, you know what I'm saying? And bro, that could be the scenario number 2. Once we see that, it's time to book. It's time to Santana Moss. It's time to Randy Moss. It's time to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are just my opinions, y'all. I am not a prophet. I'm just a normal, everyday 9-to-5 working guy, just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? These are just opinions from a righteous Israelite that reads the word and studies the word and is coming to a hypothesis or an educated guess. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to scripture. Verse 31. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their power shall be strong and do exploits. That's us, Israel. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword and by flame, by captivity and by spoil many days. And even though I want to be alive with the Messiah during that 1,000-year reign, hey, unfortunately, there has to be more martyrs, you know what I'm saying? There has to be more, righteous sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, to speed up the time of the coming back of the Messiah. And that's what these are. These are holy martyrs in verse 33. Let me repeat that. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days. Those are the holy martyrs, all praise. Now when they shall fall, they shall be holpen with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries, and some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself, and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the power of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the power of his fathers, nor the desire of woman, nor regard any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall he honor the power of forces, and a power whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange god, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots, and with horsemen, and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with a great fury to destroy. and utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas and the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, the precious Holy Spirit, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, Father, I am that I am, and his only begotten Son, the Redeemer, the Messiah, the unblemished Lamb, the sacrificial Lamb, the one that's going to come and save all the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Israel, keep your head up and your faith strong. In spiritual Jacob's trouble, we only have one more chapter of Daniel tomorrow, chapter 12. All praise, shalom.